Okay, give me a second, please. All right, beautiful people of Africa, how are you? Please confirm you can see me and you can see my screen. So how have you been? Uh, hi. Nice to see you guys again. My name is Udeme, in case you've forgotten. I know you won't, sure. Good to see you guys. South Africans in the house, are you guys here? South Africans, hi. Are you guys here? South Africans, you guys made us to miss the World Cup. Right? It's fine. I don't know why Rwanda allowed these guys to win them. Why? Why? Yeah, it is what it is, right? All right, okay. So I'm here with Stephanie, Markets. I don't know who else is bearing burial. Please change your name. Let me be sure I'm speaking, sir. My moderator that is bearing burial. Please change your name. Can you guys hear me? All right. Okay. Okay. You can see my screen too, right? Is there no South African in the house? Or they are too happy they want to miss the class today? Are South Africans here? Okay. I'm not seeing any South African yet. I'm just looking at the chats. Oh, Grace, you're from South Africa. Oh yeah. And every other country that's qualified for the World Cups. Congrats to you, and see you in Canada and America next year. Yeah, life happened to us again. You have relatives in South Africa. Oh well, greet them for me. Eswatini, okay. Eswatini is not completely South Africa. I mean, it's just a country, it's a kingdom inside South Africa. So yeah. Okay, so today we'll be speaking to Google Arts, and it's gonna be fun. Which one is bread again, please? It's gonna be fun. All right. Okay. So how has it been so far? In one word. Good, clear. Keep it coming. Amazing, nice, interesting, fantastic, insightful, eye-opening. Good, fantastic, excellent, great, wonderful, impactful, a lot of learning, amazing, brilliant, informative, excellent, educative, impactful, insightful, informative. Awesome. Insightful. Okay, beautiful. So today is going to be the last course for the digital skills. So if there's anyone that is not here, please help me invite them. I'm going to drop the link in the chats. Please invite them. I remember I don't like speaking to myself alone. I always like doing an interactive class. So I'm going to be calling you out on several occasions to answer my questions. And I want you also to ask me questions. All right. One of my moderators is Bearing Bearer. Please, can you change your name? Thank you. Help me. Okay. So Google Ads. So this is my forte. This is my space now. I know Stephanie did a good job with the what's it called now? The workspace yesterday, yes, but I might do a little cap on it just to put a topping on the ice, put an icing on the cake, right? So maybe I'll get there when I get to the end. What was the question, please, Janet? Please throw it into the Q&A. Please don't ask questions in the chats. I'll definitely miss it. I can promise you that. Ask questions in the Q&A. So if you have a question you didn't get answered, please ask. So you can ask it in the Q&A. I'll be able to pick it up. I'll be having 3 breaks to answer your questions. So any questions around Google Ads, Google Workspace, or anything you want to ask from day one, please ask. Today is the day we'll end everything about digital skills. From tomorrow, you're going to a different topic. Please don't send any links to these chats. If you do that, and I warn you the first time, and you repeat it, I'm going to ask my moderators to kick you out unapologetically. Keep all the links till we get to the end. All right, thank you. And those of you on YouTube, hi. So what you're going to do, the people on Zoom captures your attendance automatically. But if you're on YouTube, please remember to fill your attendance, all right? Remember, you need your 80% attendance to be able to get certified. So please do yourself the honors of filling the form when it is shared. Please ask the question, Janet. Just ask the question in the Q&A. I'm sure we'll be able to pick it up from there. So let's start because we have a lot to discuss today. So we are going to be speaking to Google Ads for your brand, and we are going to be doing that in 3 segments. Give me a second, please. All right, so we're going to be speaking to understanding the Google Ads and how it works, and how it helps you to connect to customers and their businesses. And then we'll speak to how to set advertising goals, and then we'll head over to setting a smart campaign. Then we'll learn a bit about tracking the campaigns, making it work. Please share the link in the chat. Let somebody know we've started and we're expecting them. Okay, so I want you to rate yourself on a scale of 0 to 10. What is your knowledge on Google Ads? Over 10. I want you to rate yourself over 10. 4, 1. Please be sincere. 4, 1, 8. Okay, there's a professional here. 5 is good. 2, 3, 0, 7. That's a very huge number. Someone drop a condolence. Who died in Kenya, please? 6, 7, 3, 0, 5, 6.5. Okay. If you are above 5, that means you are good. But I hope you can add at least +3 after the end of today. Okay, the Prime Minister. That's really sad. All right. Okay. So I'll ask this question again at the end. I hope to be able to break it down simply enough so that you can at least be +3, +2, +5, possibly. So let's see how that comes. This one is going to be a little bit technical. So if you don't have up to +5, I'll completely understand. All right. Okay. So let's go to the first part, introduction to online advertising. So the online advertising thing has been here for a while, for a long time actually. And businesses, large businesses, small businesses have had to appear on search results pages, on videos, in apps. So we can boldly say that brands, businesses have gotten a lot of visibility and have been found online where potential customers can actually see them when they're looking for information about products and services that actually relates to them. Now, we are all connecting with customers online. So as of December 2019, that should be maybe about 6 years ago, we had about 5 to 5 million SIM connections in Africa alone. And about 74% of that number was generated via via smartphones, ahead of PC devices and televisions. All right. And out of that, we had over 208 million online shoppers in Nigeria. My volume is low. I'm technically screaming. Please, my moderators, can you help me? Is my volume that low? Please pump up your volume. Please open your mic and let me know.
Your volume is fine. Your volume is fine. It's perfect.
Please pump up your volumes or grab an earpiece, please. It's perfect, right? I thought as much. Please grab an earpiece. I need to speak for maybe 2 hours. So if you at least think about speaking all alone for 2 hours, I need the energy to sustain to the end. All right. So help a bro. Thank you. We are grieving here because we missed the World Cup. So don't mind me. All right. So how are you currently connecting with your customers? So tell me, how are you currently connecting with your customers? How are you currently connecting with your customers? Tell me in the chats, what are you doing? WhatsApp? On call? Okay. How sustainable is that? WhatsApp, Facebook, TikTok, WhatsApp, LinkedIn. Okay. GG. Interesting. WhatsApp, Facebook. Is there nobody on YouTube? Is there nobody on Google profile? The Google profile we learned the other day. Websites. Anybody? GG on WhatsApp. Profile. Yes, of course. There's also a means of connecting with your customers. Social media is more popular because, like I tell people, okay, I'll get there. Let me not get ahead of myself. It's hard to verify, yes, but find a way. Google has been very interesting of late. So yeah. Okay, beautiful. So let's speak to how a typical consumer journey looks like. Now, a typical consumer journey is it's not a straight line. All right. So people don't just wake up and buy. That's the point. It's said to be complex because consumers are deeply connected to the internet. So it's not a straight line. Right? It's not a linear motion. And the reasons people go online, find information, to have access to information, to ask questions, and all of that. People go online with different devices, phones, tablets, laptops, televisions, etc. So that combination of all of that is what makes a typical consumer's journey to be a little bit complex. So now, so you woke up in the morning and you found out that your system is broken. What will you think happened? Tell me. Just broke. Maybe it didn't even fall down. What will you suspect? Or who will you suspect? You woke up in the morning and you found out that your system is broken. What will you suspect or who will you suspect? Hackers. Hackers will not come and break your system now, physically. It's broken your system screen now. Okay, your children, okay, that would be a good point. Right? Maybe they came to play with it and it fell down. Okay. System screen expired. Okay, that is a rare case. Power outage, power can spoil it, yes. Fire, mobile network glitch, and all that. Carelessness, children. Okay. So fair enough. So you just woke up in the morning and you find out your system broke for whatever reason. And oh no, you want to fix it. The African in you will wake up. Gang gang. And when the African in you wakes up, you can fix anything. Right? Hello. Yeah, Africans fix everything. We fix everything with broken pliers and screwdrivers. You can fix a car. With broken pliers and screwdrivers, you can fix our marriages, you can fix our relationships. We can fix everything as Africans. I mean, can you guys be attest to that? We fix everything. Yeah. So that spirit will just come on you and you just tell yourself, okay, I can do this. You know that can do spirits. Like what Nigeria we're fighting yesterday. We're fighting a lost battle, unfortunately. Right? The can do spirit will come on your head like anointing. And you just carry the system and start opening it and maybe jump online to look for tutorials. Right? And then when you find out the words that are using on that place, you say, oh, you just see that the technical jargons are just too much for you to carry. And then the frustration goes from level 1 to level 10, just to introduce you to the first thing, you know? So after the frustration goes from level 1 to level 10, you now jump on YouTube. And then you find out that YouTube will always, like how I just said now, YouTube will always give you leg over because those tools, possibly you don't even have them. And then you go back to ask questions. Possibly you go back to look for prices on laptops, right? And then you search on the internet how to fix, and then the frustration grows. And when you've exhausted your level of frustrations, you now go and look for a repairer, laptop screen repairers near me. And then hopefully Google helps you to find a repairer from Google profile, and then you just book an appointment and go fix your laptop. Now, what was I trying to explain there? Now, that applies to a laptop repairer, right? If you are in the cake industry, the confectionaries industry, if you're in the fashion industry, if you're in the real estate industry, whichever industry you belong, the language is going to definitely be different because people don't just wake up and buy. People don't just wake up and patronize you. Who agrees with that? Most times, 90%, 99% of the time, people don't just wake up and patronize. Possibly they're watching you, they're watching your prices, or they're waiting for a recommendation, or they're waiting for a review, right? Or they're waiting to see you do a price slash like what Temu is doing right now with their price slash, or they're waiting for a Black Friday for you to drop the price. There's something. Most times, people don't just wake up and patronize you, not just out of the blue. So the point there is people, a consumer's journey is complex, it's not a straight line. And what was common in all of that was that there was a search, and search is a common thread in all of those times that they are waiting. Like in the case of this guy, he woke up, why is my laptop screen blank? How to fix a laptop screen? Fixing laptop screen videos on YouTube. Cost of fixing laptop screens. How do I know if I need to replace my screen? Laptop reviews, maybe when to find the price. Comparing prices of laptops before finally going to laptop repairs. And in the course of all of that, you use different devices, a laptop possibly, a tablet, a smartphone, and every other thing. So the point there is there are many customers online trying to find information, all right? And people are always going there. People are always going online to find information. But before I ask you the question I want to ask you now, what you should understand is that Google provides you with an opportunity. Google provides searchers with an opportunity to meet the businesses that are trying to search for, especially when they are actively looking. So your duty, your responsibility as a business owner is that maybe you own a website or maybe you own a social media account, maybe you own a Google profile. You need to make sure that your site, your platforms, or anywhere you have a footprint is a viable destination for every relevant search. Viable destination there means you have the answers before they ask the question. So as a laptop repairer, you should be able to preempt what people that need your services will be asking and provide materials ahead of time. Provide answers ahead of time. Cost of fixing laptop screen. You should put it there. Write an article on it. Right? Put it on your social media. Now, the way the internet works generally, if you go and search and type a particular word, how Google behaves is that they give you what it has based on your search query, based on your search. That is how the search engine works everywhere. It gives you results based on your search query. For instance, if you go to your phone storage, your phone memory, phone contacts, and type my full name, Udemabong Essien, I will not appear there. I'll very likely not appear there because you don't have my number saved in your memory. So Google only gives you what it has. So now you need to feed the system, right, with the right words. Now, even if you type Udeme and you put the E before the D, it will not show. So that's why sometimes when you make a mistake in your spelling, Google will ask you, did you mean hello? Because possibly it does not have a word like that, or maybe you made a mistake in the spelling or something. Now the point there is you as a business person should be able to feed the system for you to be able to give it or give your audience or anyone that is searching for you, searching for anything that relates to you, the results that you fed it with ahead of time. Did you get that point? I want to be sure you got that point. I want to be sure you got it. Just drop me an emoji if you got it. I want to be sure you got that point because that is very salient. That's a very important step in this whole search Google stuff. Okay, beautiful. So we can move on now. So now let me ask you this question. My mouth has been shaking to ask. So when you have a need, I asked you this question the last two classes. When you have a need, where do you go to? When you have a need for information, where do you search? I go to Google first. Where do you go first? So let's establish it before we go further. Where do you go first? I go to Google first before AI. Google first before AI. Beautiful. So now we've established that. So why do we advertise on Google? Because people go to Google first before AI. Very simple answer. People go to Google first. The Google platform hosts over 80% of the entire universe on its platform. So why shouldn't you be there as a business? And of course, managing your business is already a full-time job. So you don't want to spend too much time. They just let Google do its thing. All right. But one thing you should understand that when people go to search, search indicates a strong intention. Intention. Now let me make an instance. Someone said it's surprising how everybody's on social media. Let me make an instance now. So when you want to catch fun, where do you go? And I asked you this question before. Do you go to Google or you go to Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and WhatsApp? When you want to catch fun, where do you go first? Tell me. Social media or search engine? TikTok, right? And their likes. People don't catch fun on search engines. When people want to catch fun, they go to social media. When they want to ask questions, they go to search engines. Agreed? We want to find something. We want to find what to do, how to do it, right? Even if you want to visit a website, you don't know the name of the website, just type the word and it shows up to you. And there are even voice assistants now. Yeah. So when people want an information, want to find out something, they go to the search engines. So that is why the search engine marketing is very, very useful for sales because it shows to people at the time they make the search. It's not some random stuff that will show to you on Facebook and on YouTube and all those places. Not some random stuff. It shows to you at the time that you're making that search. That's why the search engine marketing we are learning today. Wow. Okay. You guys didn't tell me my slide is not moving. I'm so sorry about that. I'm going to find out what causes this thing. because I don't get to understand. I'm so sorry. Give me a second, please. So I was here. I'm sorry, I didn't know my slide wasn't moving. So I was here, then I moved to here, then I moved here, then I moved here, then I moved here, then I'm here now. I'm so sorry about that. I'm not quite sure what caused that. Thank you, Grace. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's go to the next thing. So let's speak to advantages of online advertising. So it's ideal for businesses, both large businesses and small businesses, to be able to know where they are, to be able to track their progress. Excuse me. To be able to track their progress. So the online advertising is basically designed to help you track and measure where you are, what your progress is, and where your progress is like, right? And so your business, the online advertising platform gives you room to track and measure your progress. You're also able to control your budgets. So you can start and you can stop whenever and wherever you want, right? And when an advertising campaign is really effective, you can see in the reports, you can edit your ad, you can pause your ad, you can cancel your ads at any time, and you can change strategies. You can always adapt your strategies. There are different strategies in the Google Ads platform that you want to always switch from, right? Okay, so now let's speak to how ads work on Google. How does ad work on Google? So it starts with a question, starts with a need, it starts with a desire. Like I said, when you go to social media, you don't have any particular plan in mind. You just want to go and see what's happening there. Maybe answer message, maybe watch one or two skits, right? You want to do that. But on Google, you must have a need first before you even go there, because people don't just go there to stroll around. So most people start by searching online for maybe the type of search query or the type of question. Now, what Google does, the algorithms of the platform, the bots, works and creates for you a search engine results page, presents to you several websites and several resources that can help you as a searcher to find answers to whatever you're asking. Then at the same time, you also get to have you also see that advertisers are bidding to appear at the top part of the page, right? So Google actually runs something called an auction to decide who comes first, who comes second, who comes third, right? And now, so eligible advertisers, that's eligible businesses actually compete for the top spots. So the winner always stay on top. I'm going to get to that when I open my browser, so you can see how these things work. But one thing you should understand is search ads appear in search engine results pages. So I'm going to have to go to my browser at this point. So ads appear on search engine results pages. And then you can see some shopping ads come first, then the text ads come second. So let's see. So I'll just make a search right now. So let's type a word like projects management. Project management tools. So this is considered good. This is Zoho sponsored. They're running ads. This is proof projects. They're not running ads. This is right. They're not running ads. So among all the project management tools, only Zoho is running ads right now. So this is called a text ad. Text because it's not shopping. Let me show you the one that is shopping now. Let's type a word like shopping ads are mostly used by e-commerce stores. No, not this. They're mostly used by e-commerce stores, like the likes of Temu. It's Temu in Africa. It's Temu in South Africa. Look at it. Sponsored. In shopping art, you can see the television, the description, You can see the costs. Somebody will rush and buy this now and think it's actually a 75 inches television for 30,000 naira. I don't know how Temu will sell that 30,000 naira. I doubt this can happen. But people don't just read. People don't just. This thing may be a decoy, right? But you can check it for yourself if you want to buy. So let's look at the one from Jumia. 32 inches for 76. We have 55 inches for, right? These are all ads, right? And I'm showing you ads because you can see it's sponsored, right? And Google is giving me results based on this keyword that I search. They're giving me these other results. Where is it now? They're giving me these other results based on the keyword that I used to search. Even if I type project management alone, easily see what it's saying, right? You can see all these ones. But let me add tools. Yeah, so you can see Zoho. You can see Miro is running ads. You can see ClickUp is running ads. ProProfs is not running ads right now. Right, you can see that anyway you see sponsored, it means they're running ads. They will get to the part where they're actually running the ads. So ads show on search engine results pages. That's what brought me here. Look at it. Ads show on search engine result pages. It shows shopping ads first. Excuse me. It shows shopping ads first, then text ads. Remember I said shopping ads are the ones that show the designs, the descriptions, the pictures, the price, and every other thing. While text ads don't show pictures. Did you get that, please? Let me know if you got that. Did you get that? Ads also show on partner website. Now Google is in partnership with over 3 million websites that are not owned by them. So when you hear people say, please keep that question in the Q&A before I miss it, Galilee. So when you hear anybody say, I have Google AdSense, AdSense or not ads, Google AdSense. Meanwhile, Google Ads is Google advertisements. It's not called in full because advertisement is too long. So you just use Google Ads. But when you hear Google AdSense, it means that particular website or that particular profile or that particular YouTube channel is in partnership with Google for Google to pay them for the traffic their sites or their channels generates. Did you get that? So ads show on websites like text, like images, videos, and ads, and like video ads as well. For instance, when you're watching a video on YouTube and an ad pops up, that automatically is a video ad, and YouTube is classed as a display network, or you can call it a partner website. Even though it's owned by Google, it is classed as a partner website. Let me see if I can get. Give me a second, please. Where do I go now? Okay, this is my accounts. Let me see. Good morning, Issa. How are you? So YouTube is classed as a partner website. And let me see if I can find any ads. So this is the AU-CIEFFA that is running right now. And let me just play a random video and see if it will work.
This is the 10th month. I know everyone is waiting for the Father's blessing.
So all those ads that used to show, when you are watching a video in the middle of a video,
online followers.
Those ones are called video ads. Okay, so there's no ad showing up right now, but that's just what you should know. And the ones that show on other websites, the likes of, let's say, Nairaland. Let's go to Nairaland. Those ones are all, they're all display websites. Sorry, display ads. So you can see ads like this when you're browsing on some websites. All these ones, they're all classed under display advertising. Display advertising, and they are classed under the Google display network. Again, let me recap. Ads show on search engine result pages, this and this. Then ads also show on Google's partner websites, right? So, and those ads can show like text, they can show like images, they can show like video, like the one you find on YouTube. Did that make sense? Did you understand that? Please let me know. All right, okay, so let's go ahead. So key features with the Google Ads. So you only pay for results. You don't pay for just appearing on search. You pay only for results. What that means there is if I saw this ad, and did not click it, Zoho did not pay money. Remember, in advertisements, you are paying to the platform to showcase you. You go to the radio, you are paying for the radio to showcase you. Agreed? You go into the television, you are paying for the television to showcase you. So you only pay in Google when the result is achieved. Like in this case, if I didn't click this ad, Zoho was not charged any money. If I didn't click this mirror ad, mirror was not charged any money. If I didn't click this ad, they were not charged any money. You understand? But in television, when you give your 5 million or your 10 million or your 20 million, whether the people that you want to watch the ad were there or not, when once the period is over, that money is gone. For instance, yesterday was Nigeria's match. So let's say you were advertising your product, for with DSTV, and they're going to show your ads during the halftime. So during the halftime, someone went to use the restroom, someone went to grab a snack from the fridge, someone went to greet somebody to make a call. In front of that television, in front of that television is a kid. Let's say you're advertising a beer. In front of that television is a granny, is a grandpa, is a kid who don't fall within your audience, right? So that's why it's called broadcasting. So everyone possibly did not see the ad at the time you wanted it to be seen. So the beauty of running your ads on search engine and online generally is because it shows to the people at the time they're making the search or at the time they're on their devices. So it's not some random stuff. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead. So you only pay for results. There are no startup fees, there are no cancellation fees, there are no contracts. And paying for results, sometimes you hear words like cost per click or pay per click. That means you only pay when someone clicks the ad. Right? So it's not a lot of back and forth, right? And if you've worked with any other demand side platform before. Now, meanwhile, it's not only Google that runs ads like this. There are other platforms called demand side platforms, call them DSPs for short. I've worked with a few. I've worked with Duchess, I've worked with Eskimi, I've worked with Phoenix browser. I've worked with what's the other one called now? I've worked with Transsion Networks. So Transsion are the owners of itel, Infinix, and Techno. It's a Chinese company. So all those ads you used to see on your Phoenix, on your Android, most of them are shot directly from the platform. And you don't have much control over it because it comes from the device itself, right? So what the point there is, it's not only Google that runs display ads. Just get that at the back of your mind. Now those guys, there's always a contract. Possibly there's always a cancellation fee and a startup fee, right? Very interesting. They may give you the result, but there are much more protocols. But with Google, you have full room to do whatever you want. You can cancel at any point. You can pause. You have full control. Okay. All right. So okay. So let's go ahead. Any questions so far? Let me check. I know my moderators are doing a good job, but let me just see if I can pick one or two. How are rates compared with Facebook and Instagram ads? It depends. If you are running an awareness campaign, charges are always lower. We are running a lead generation campaign, charges are always higher, and depending on some other factors. Earlier this year, I ran ad for Benin Republic. My cost per acquisition was 1,200 per lead. It was that expensive. Then I ran a different ad for Nigeria and Kenya. I was paying maybe about 50, 60 naira. Now, so I was trying to investigate what caused that. Then I found out that in Benin Republic, there are just 20% of Nigeria's population. And out of the 20%, maybe about a little chunk of them are the ones online. So for Facebook to get you the results you want, it's to spend more money to get you those results. So if you, I may not, that may not be a straight, there may not be a perfectly straight answer for that question. So Facebook charges you based on some things, right? The money can go higher, can go lower. And there are some recommendations on their page right now, so that you can get you a lower CPA. Is there a difference between sponsored and non-sponsored, or every ad is sponsored? When you say ad actually means sponsored, right? Ad means advertisement, so you're running ads. Okay, all right. Okay, I hope you got that. Where did your lady get ad to match shoe and skates? Nice ad. Where, please? Is there a lady here? All right, so attendance here is taken on Zoom, captures the attendance automatically, but on YouTube you need to fill the attendance yourself. The lady on the question page. Okay, I'm not quite sure where you saw that, but let's move on. Other questions will be answered by the moderators. All right. So let's go ahead. We have a lot more to cover. So now let's speak to preparing to set up your ads. Oh, I understand this is a question now. You mean this lady bar? Don't mind her. How did you even notice that? I've never paid attention to that before. All right, so let's go ahead. So prepare to set up the ads. I understand. All right, so let's set up the ads. Let's prepare to set up the ads now. So first of all, you need to understand what are the goals of the business. What are the goals of the business? Of course, you need to understand what you want to achieve first before you go ahead. So the advertising goals determine the type of campaign you need to run. So in this case, we have the search campaign, there's a video campaign, there's a smart campaign, there's a display campaign. Let me see if I can show you where all those campaigns can be seen. Where are we now? Let me see if my internet will help me work fast. So let's see. Yeah, attention to details. That's very key. So let's open a fresh campaign so that you can see things for yourself. Let's see how fast this will go. There are different kinds of campaigns, especially if you are running the ads as an expert. So you get to see a lot of options that Google will explain to you on their platform. Okay, so network is a bit slow. So I'll just come back here till it loads. So you have different kinds of campaigns: sales, leads, web traffic, and the rest of them. But we are going to be speaking to the goals. You need to be sure your goals are smart. What is the meaning of smart? Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and your goals must be time bound. Goals must be time bound. So what do you want to do? What do you want to achieve? You must spell that out straight. How many laptops, if you want to sell laptops, is small. What type of laptop do you want to promote? How can you track the progress? Then you want to set parameters in place to show if you are making progress upwards, you are making progress downwards. Well, maybe you want to integrate your analytics into your website so that you can see when you're making sales or when you're not. Is a goal realistic? Is a goal attainable? You must also answer that question. Is it relevant to the business? Is it realistic for the business? Is it also time bound? You must set all of that. You can't just keep it open-ended. 1 month period, 3 months period, 1 quarter, 6 months, 1 year, and keep parameters in place to be able to check them. So what we are going to be doing today is we're going to be speaking to the smart campaigns. So smart campaigns will help you as a small business to set up and run your ads in almost a snap of the finger, and they are designed to help enable you as a small business owner to be able to do it by yourself. So before now, Google Ads used to be very complex. It's still very complex if they are running as an expert, right? So Google decided to create the strong form of it, just like Facebook creating Facebook Lights, Instagram creating Instagram Lights, TikTok creating TikTok Lights. So the light version of the expert mode of Google is what the smart campaign is about. So Google does most of the work for you because there are smart technologies that we use to build the whole system. So Google, most times you don't need to do a keyword research because the platform already does the keyword research for you. And some other big advantages. So the whole management of the ad is handled by you. It's handled by the system, not necessarily by you, but you have the same rights to compete for a space alongside with other people, other big players in the space. So we are going to walk you through how to set up the ads in just a few steps. Okay. So now I'm not going to answer any questions till I get to the end. And I have something to show you from what Stephanie showed you yesterday. So let's look at the campaigns now. I'm sure it has loaded well. So look at it. So we have different kinds of campaigns. We have the search, leads, traffic, blah, blah, blah. So let's see all of them. So we have the search campaign, performance marks, which is a combination of all the channels, search, YouTube, display, and more. Demand gen, the one that shows on YouTube, the one that shows your ads, sorry, in your Gmail. Display are the ones you find on places like website like this. Then shopping ads are the ones you find like this. This is where you set them up. Then video ads are the ones you find when you are watching your YouTube videos. Let me see if I can. Let me just play a new video till it gets to the points where video interrupts. So when it gets to the video, please, I'm going to be sure. Let's see, that is how we won yesterday. We didn't qualify. And that is by the way. So this other one, this app install is when you go to your YouTube, sorry, your Play Store, and you find some apps that are written sponsored. Those ones are actually they set up the ads directly from here. Okay. So these are the 4 different kinds of ads we'll be working with. But the one we are doing today is not any of these ones. It's called a smart campaign, and I'll show you how to get there. So the first step, your first step is head over to ads.google.com. Please, any of my moderators, please help me share the link in the chat. Ads.google.com. That is how you get to this point. You are going to be asked to sign in. Ads.google.com. So let's see. So you're going to land on a page like this. So you need to sign in or start now. Either of those will still take you to log into a particular Gmail account, right? Then you're going to land in a place not like this most times, especially if you are just starting. So you are going to land in a place that looks like, give me a second, let me find. If you are starting new, you're going to see just these 2 options. Just these 2, this one and this one. That's what you see. There's ads.google.com is where you're going to go first. But if you are on your Google profile, you're going to see something like this. You come here, you see your profile, come to the profile, then you see advertise. All those advertises you saw that day. For instance, if I'm here, Akemosh is still verified. If I'm here and I see advertise, so let me click advertise. when it loads. So I'll click on advertise. It takes me automatically to the ads platform. So let's see. Okay. So I'm not quite sure why it's showing. It's not showing the beginners mode for this particular account, but I'll work something out. Give me a second. Okay. So now, so this is a typical fresh account that I want to start right now. Did you see what I did? Just click somewhere around with where your name appears and then create a new ad account. Okay, so let's start. Create your first campaign. You add the business name, add the link of the website. You want to check one of these. Is your page optimized? Your phone number, download. So let's pick this one. You can preview it if you want. Right. So your page will mostly look like this. So let's go next. So we will find products for your use. You want to link your YouTube, you can link it here, link the phone number, you can link it here. If you have an app, you can add it there. So let me try this. Let me see how easy it is for you to do it. So you see, just 3 clicks away. So that's linked. So let's come back to linking the phone number. This is okay. So you go next. Start engagement. You want to choose a goal of the campaign. Or just pick that before we get to the main part. So creating your first campaign, who's going to ask you, who sees your ads, right? So you want to add search terms. Interestingly, now you can add up to 50. Search terms mean the words that you want people to search for. So in this case, I'll just add and I'll just go next for the purpose of this class. For the purpose of this class, you just add the words. You can always go back to change those ones anyway. Right, so you can see all the things you need to play around with. Okay, so you can check this. These are the headlines. So when you see headlines and you see descriptions, so this is what it simply means. These are the headlines. These are the headlines in this case. Best project management tools. Anyone you see in blue are headlines. So your headlines has to be 30 characters. Descriptions can be longer, right? Then if you want to add images, maybe you want to add images, maybe a logo or something. You can do that here, right? These are just some advanced stuff. You want to add the site links, you can. Site links could be all those short things you find under here. For instance, let me see. These are all site links. So site links, all these ones under. These ones are all site links. Right, this is where you add them under here. Then the final URL, there's a final link where people will click and land. There's something called a landing page. Right? Landing page is when people click your ad, where do they land to take the action? For instance, if I click this ad, I will land on ClickUp's landing page where they want me to actually take the action. So this is where they want me to land so that I can either log in or sign up into their platform or get started here for free. So this page becomes the landing page for this ad. So you must already prepare your ad, prepare your sites, whatever it is you want to use as a landing page. So you can add that link right here. When you're done, you create the campaign. Google verifies it before it goes live. Remember, there's a part where you need to set a budget, set your payment parameters as well. Okay, so let's go back to the slide. Now, you may not see it this way. What you are going to be seeing sometimes is going to be you choosing a landing page first. All right, you choose the landing page first. Sometimes you want to use a Google profile, or sometimes you want to use the link of the landing page. If you have questions, please keep it in the Q&A. I'll come to you shortly. So when you pass that stage, you are now going to be asked to add the business name. Then after adding the business name, you're now going to add the link of the landing page. Add that link. And from there, you will now see the preview of what the landing page looks like. Is it going to be what it looks like on mobile and what it looks like on desktop? So when you pass that stage, you're now going to get to the point where you are choosing your goals. Is it get more calls if you want, or get people to your website if you want, or get people to visit your store if you want, or YouTube ads. And when you've passed that stage, the next thing I'm going to be saying is for you to do some attribution settings. Attribution there means you want to maybe link your tag manager, you want to link your Google Analytics to be able to track some more results for you on the activities of the web, on the activities on the ad. Then you create your copy back to the headlines and the description. Remember, you're only feeding the system with what you want it to give back to people. So you must find the keywords that are relevant to your industry. You must find the keywords that are relevant to the industry, your industry, and then use those keywords when you're writing your headlines. Remember, like this particular place now that you click up, they use the right words, project management and tools. Right, so they're kind enough to put it in their headlines. You can even see it's still here in your description. So the more you feed your ads with words, keywords, we call it, the more you're making it more potent. Make it more potent, more viable to be seen when there's a search that concerns it. So the point there is use the right words when you want to. Use the right words when you want to set up your ads. I hope you got that. Okay, so where are we now? Okay, so you put the right words and you now set your keyword themes. Now the system would have already done some research for you, right? They already done some research for you because of the contents of your website. So to just pick up what is on your website and then just jog it up for you to be able to. You can add keywords away from the one that's being searched for you. Now on a normal day, there's something called keyword research. So you need to run a keyword research, like in this particular place. You should go to a place like this. Where is it now? Tools, planning, keyword planner. So keyword planner is going to tell you what keyword people are searching in the industry that you want to run the ads with. So of course, you may not necessarily be running the ads for yourself. If you are an expert, possibly you're running the ads for somebody. Possibly you're running the ads for somebody. So you can set for keywords. Remember, you have to choose a location based on where you want, the country you want to target. You are targeting Nigerians, you are targeting Africa, you want to target Africa, right? I don't think there's anything like that. So let's just pick South Africa for now. We pick Nigeria and South Africa. We save, then type the word. I can say projects management. Then you get results. Or you can add the URL of the sites. Search for the results, and now Google is going to give you how people are searching for that particular word. You can see the average monthly searches. Jira, project management tools. Now, if you want to run a competition campaign, you can use keywords of other brands to create a separate campaign for it. That is some advanced stuff, right? But you can pay attention to the ones that are actually very relevant to what you're doing. Like in this case, project management, you can see the set volumes averagely, right? So you can add these keywords now into your search, into your keyword themes. So now you're telling Google if these words, whether these words are present on the ads to them. That is a simple explanation to what I just did now, right? You're telling Google, show my website, show my website to them, show my ads to them when once they type that word, because you've added them to your keyword list. Did you get that? Remember, it gives you what it has, and it shows to the person that is searching at the time they are searching. With the words that you've inputted into the system is when your ad will show to them. Is it making sense now? I'm trying to see if everything will add up eventually. Okay, so let's go to the other parts. So when you're done with that, you now choose the locality where you want the ad to show, and then you choose that. Is it going to be Nigeria, South Africa? Just select it, or different locations. Remember, the wider you want your ad to spread, the more you spend more money. You want your ad to be viewed by Nigerians, you're going to spend more money, because let's say your ad is per click is $0.01, right? So how many Nigerians are searching for that word? Let's say a million Nigerians. So multiply a million by zero. So let's say out of the million, how many will click? Let's say 1% of a million, that'll be 1,000. If you multiply 1,000 by 0.01, how much is that? You already spent your $100. So now the point is, if you want to manage your money, you should choose a particular locality or location to run the ads for. You don't need to go too much. Since you have a large budget anyway, it's completely up to you what you want and what is possible with the funds that you have. Okay, so now after that, you get to select a budget. Pick a budget, how much you want to spend. Right, the ad. Now, if you're setting up your ad as a Nigerian, please don't pick Naira. If you set it up with Naira, that account will not run ads for life, right? To set it in dollars. And I don't know about other countries, but as for Nigeria, it must be in dollars, if not, it won't work. Then you now see a preview of the ad, what it looks like. So if you want to change anything, you can always go back to change it, right? Change it, and then add the payments. There are two types of payment on the ads platform. We have the automatic payments, then we have the manual payments. Automatic payments is you just input your card details, and then by the end of the month, or the first day of the new month, Google now charges you the amount that the ad performed. So let's say your ad performed for $20 out of your $100 budget. By the end of the month or the first day of the new month, you get a $20 debit on your account. That's how it works. On the other hand, if you had $100 to spend, just transfer the $100 onto the ads platform. That is now the manual payments. So the ad is taking the money as it performs. Two types, manual and automatic. So when you're done with that, you're now set, and then you get to see how your ad shows. Let me show you a typical ad results page, what it looks like. Let me see. So this is a typical ad results page you're going to be seeing right now. It is going to show to you the click-through rates, going to show to you the impressions. Impressions are the number of times, so the number of clicks. Impressions are the number of times it was seen. It is a cost over time. Then the click-through rates is the ratio of click over impression times 100/1. This is the click-through rate. If your CTR is less than 4, that means your ad is not performing well. If it's more than 4, that means your ad is doing very well. So this is just for your sites. Not necessarily, this is an active page, but I just needed to show to you how it looks like. Okay, so that's it. Questions. Meanwhile, let me show you what's just a recap of what Stephanie did yesterday. So now the tool she taught you yesterday is not a free tool. All right, so let me show you. It's not a free tool. So let's type Google Workspace. We'll come back to the questions for the ads. It is just to briefly show to you what transpired yesterday. Space pricing. Let's see. It's not a free tool. These two costs, I think $6. Yes, per month per user, 6.12 for 30 gig storage. This one is for 12.24 for 2 TB. This one is 221 and all of that. So this is not a free tool, but let me show you the advantage in this tool. So let's say you have an account like this. I use one, so let me show you how it works. So it comes with some very powerful tools. It comes with an admin dashboard. So the admin controls what happens with every other person. All right. So this, you saw this tool, the sheets, slide, the doc, the drive. The drive in this one is let me see if I can split this screen into two. Let's see. So the drive in your regular Gmail is just 15 gig. It used to be 25 before now. It used to be 25. So now you have only 15 gig. Yeah, see it here, 15 gig. But the drive in the paid one, depending on what you paid for, it can be 30, it can be 2 TB, it can be 5, it can be 5 TB, or the enterprise want to be 5 TB too. I hope my internet will let me. So look at this one. You have 100 MB shared space, 100 terabytes shared space. Okay, so you can see this one. And on this one too, one thing you should also see here is these doc sheets and slides can hold more people. I don't know if Stephanie showed you this part. I don't know if she did some practice with you, but let's just do a brief test run on this. So we just create a spreadsheet, and the same way this spreadsheet works is the same way the slides will work, the same way the doc will work, right? So remember, if I share, you can share this link for everybody to join. This is, let's call this Google Ads. And save it. Now, if I want all of you to work on these documents, I can come here. If I share this link, now let me just share the link now. Please check the chat, everybody. Check the chats. Try to type on that link. Try to make any edits, any comments on that link I just shared now. Just try. Some of you are going to only see request for access. Request for access, and then you are going to be seeing all the requests. Yes, all the requests might be showing somewhere here. So now let me give you access to at least view. So there are 3 levels. Here, look at all the reviews. Look at everybody that's asking for access. See all of you. So now let me give you a viewer's rights. Anyone with the link. Did you see what I just did? I tapped on this place. Anyone with the link is a viewer. So I want you guys to be viewers now. So you can see, can you see the page now? Now you can see all of you. All of you will just start showing here. See all of them. You can only view. I'm the only person that has the rights. You can. So I want to give you another level of clearance. So I'm going to give you another level of clearance for you to be a commenter. So now I want you to comment. All of you that are trying to do something on the page, try to comment. You're going to see all the comments here. So just comment on something. You can come to this my word and comment on it. Just type something. Comment to show here. We don't have the time. So let me give you the rights now to actually type something, to be an editor. So I'll give you the rights. Anybody with the link can be an editor. Done. Okay, so now everybody, please write something. Wherever you are on the page, write something. So this is a comment that came. So you can see somebody here. You can see somebody here. Write something. Everybody, same link. It's now the comments are showing. Somebody is trying to type here. Somebody's trying to type here. You have the right to type now. So come to the sheet and type. Okay, you can see I'm in. So practical. You can see. If you're only viewing, just refresh. Everybody have the right now. Everybody has been given the right now to type edit things. So all of us can be on this page at the same time. So the hassles of doing documents and sending it over for downloading it, no, all of that is in the past. I was listening to somebody who said the father had to text him some facts. He spent maybe $90 something every time to get documents shipped down to him every time. So that was a lot of money. So this can apply to sheets. This can also apply to slides. This can also apply to docs, right? Now in your Google Meets, the one you have in your drive. Now the same thing you are doing now can also happen in your free account. It's your free account, but the thing is, when your free account is overloaded, it will stop working. Stop working. Nobody can edit anything on this page again. So the one that you have with the enterprise version, the one you have with the paid version, gives you room to do more. Now let's come to another feature. Let's come to this feature of calendar. This calendar, no, not calendar. I wanted to click on this one. Meet. Where is it? Meet. The Meet is a meeting tool. So Meet is a conference tool. Same what Gemini, same thing Zoom can do for you. But in this Meet, let's say we are setting it up from the calendar. So let's say we are setting up the Meet right now. The meeting that is happening. What's today's date? 15th. Meeting is happening tomorrow. So let's see. So we are setting a calendar for tomorrow. You can see it takes only 100 guests. Did you see that? This is a free one, but this paid one does not have a limit. Where is it? This paid one, where is it now? This paid one does not have a limit. Let's go to the calendar itself. Yeah, this is the calendar of the paid version. It doesn't have a limit to how many people the meeting can take. For instance, let me just set this up. Look at it. Do you see that? Look at this one. There is no limit. If you ask me to choose Zoom and Meet, I'll choose Zoom. Interestingly, I'll choose Zoom. Sorry, I'll choose Meet over Zoom. I don't like Meet is way easier. Zoom is a bit complicated for me, in my opinion, though. That's my opinion. So now, let's go to. So I've shown you how these tools work. So what else am I supposed to show you? There's an admin console where you can manage everyone that is present on your team. You can delete anybody you don't want. Oops. What am I getting here? Let's see. So there's an admin console that is attached to this particular one. So you can see your billing, you can see the users, how many users do you have on the team, and you can delete anybody you don't want. You can rebrand yourself. For instance, you can look at this account. There's nothing branded here. If you look at these other accounts, you see there's a branded stuff here. Okay, that's what makes it different and makes it unique, makes it special. You can see there are 8 users. So you can add a user, you can delete a user, and there are security things. This thing is very secure. Trust me. So how do you get here? There's a domain part, and of course you can see that this one is at scaleupfoundation.org. So you need to pay for a domain. The same domain you use to build your website is the same domain you use to set this up. But don't forget, this tool is not free. You need to pay money to be able to use it, right? So a lot of things are made easier here. And like, I don't know if Stephanie asked you this question yesterday. If you are sending out an email, one email is at gmail.com, the other email is at the organization's name.com, maybe at impacther.com or at scaleupfoundation.com. Which one would you prefer? Which one who would look more serious to you? Is it the one with at Gmail or the one with at the organization's domain? Who looks more serious? Please answer me in the chat. The one with the domain. Beautiful. So for you to brand your business and make it much more serious, let me use that word, make it much more serious. That is why you should set up a Google Ads, a Google Workspace platform, right? So remember, this one has 100 terabytes, depending on the plan you paid for. This one has what is it called now? This one has just 15. You can see this is just 15. It used to be 25 before, but Google shrunk it down. Now in this other main platform as well, Google also offers you one of their premium tools, the Google Gemini, where you can create videos. Let me play a video I've been creating for you. Oh, where is it now? Let me just show you what this tool can do. So a lot more can be done with it, aside from, so you can create the video like this. Let's hope it plays. Are you watching? You tell me how the video looks like at the end of the day. It's an advert video I created for clients.
From a cherished legacy, a grand vision was born. A torch passed down from my parents, a testament to their excellence in spirit. I've carried that torch with honor, building on their foundation with faith, resilience, and purpose. With the steadfast support of my husband and the belief of my family, a dream became a living legacy. With the steadfast support of my husband and the belief of my family, a dream became a living legacy. Guided by mentors, nurtured by the Living by Design Nation, we rose from MZC Logistics to Dreamcrest Loft Studios, Nigeria. Every welcome is a warm embrace.
Okay, we don't have all the time, but trust me, this tool, I've not met this lady before, but these are face used throughout the video, and it's a very powerful and very interesting thing to do when you have paid tools. Do you like the video? It's so real. This is what View 3 can do for you, right? I mean, it's mind blowing. So with a picture and a prompt, you can generate beautiful pictures, beautiful videos like this. Okay, so I was trying to show you another advantage of what the workspace can do for you. Now, there are other video generation tools. There are a lot of them. View 3 is paid, it's not free, and it's part of the Google Workspace suite. I was just trying to show it to you. Now, I produced that, right? It's not for free for her, so I don't think it's free because I pay for the units, so I produce it for her. It's not free. So let's come back here. Let's come back to how much it costs. Look at the price again, in case you want to start. All right, so that is just by the way. So lots of advantages that this tool can give to you. I just needed to show you that just to buttress the points. Again, we come back here, there are other tools. There's a chat, there's a vid, there's a form, there's a contact, there's a YouTube, there's every other thing, even the ads, the chance center, save, analytics, everything that is linked. Excuse me, everything that is linked to a regular account. Right, they are all present here. It's not so much money. $6 per month per user. I must have a domain. So if you want someone to be consulting for you for VO3s, you may need to outsource that, right? You may need to outsource that. Like I'm doing that for this particular lady. But that is by the way. So let's go back to Google Ads. I just needed to show you that because I wasn't sure if Stephanie did that yesterday. How was that? How was that session? That was very brief, right? So let's go back to arts. So I'm going to be picking some questions. I know my questions have been answered, a lot of them, but let me just see if I can pick a few more. How can I create a domain? Okay, so there are different domain registrars. For instance, Google, sorry, what's it called now? Squarespace bought the Google domains from Google. I think that was a year or 2 years ago. So Squarespace can buy a domain from Google. Let's set this up. Let's set this workspace up briefly so I can learn something. So let's start a trial. We learn something now very quick. So let's say this is a business name. Whose business name should I pick today? Let's see. Let me just type a business. Stephanie. So this is just going to be for 2 to 9 people, and she's in Nigeria. Go next. Workspace account admin, since creating the account, first name, let's give it Stephanie. Current email. We are going to be my email today. This is how to set up the accounts. All right, it's very simple. Next. So at this point now, either you get a new domain or use an already existing domain that you have. So let's see. Let's get a new domain from this place. Continue with this method. So now search the domain. Stephanie. Whatever it is. You can see this. .com is available. .net is available. .org is available. .info is available. So let's pick .net. .com. .com is normally more expensive. .io is always more expensive than .com. .org has been seen to be always cheaper. So to now show you the prices of how much you'll be paying per year. So you can see this .com is actually unavailable. That means somebody else already has it. So you can see stephanieculture.com. You can see Stephanie Culture. You can pick any of these options. That's what it means. All these ones are available for $12 per year. You can see .io is always more expensive because it sounds like one of these crypto guys. So you can buy a domain directly from the workspace when you're creating it, or you can go to other domain registrars. So let's run a quick search. Domain registrars for you to see that there are a lot of them. I actually use Namecheap, this top 10. So you can see Namecheap, the advertising, you can see Hostinger, you can see GoDaddy, Namecheap, GoDaddy, Host Africa, Cloudflare, Registrar.ng, Domain King, Hostinger, Nira, QService, and there are a lot of them. Trust me, there are a lot of them. So you just pick any one that you're comfortable with. I'm comfortable with Namecheap. All right, so I always use Namecheap because I'm used to that platform. There's also Squarespace. Squarespace is also a domain registrar. So that was, I spoke all that English to answer the question of the lady that asked how to get a domain. Did that help? Must you have a website to use Google Workspace? No. All you need is a domain. The domain, what you just try to set up now. The domain, when you pay for it, it can save you if you want to have a Google Workspace account, or if you want to have a website, or you want to have the two of them at the same time. It's up to you. Okay. All right. Questions, please. Questions. So let me look at the ones that I answered before to see if I can pick a few more topics. You must have a workspace. You must have a domain to be able to use workspace. You must have a domain to be able to use a website. So you can have the domain for the two of them. Right? I'm asking the question on Google Ads. If the ads are running but showing in search results, what are the issues? Of course, the ads are supposed to show in search results. Search result pages. That's what we described to you earlier now, right? Ads show on search result pages like this. So this is a text ad, this is a shopping ad. So they show on search results pages. So the question is a little bit not so properly put. What's the recommended budget for cost per result? It depends on the ad. Now I won't go deep into what those technicalities are, but one thing you should understand that there are different kinds of bidding strategies. For instance, we hear cost per click, CPC. CPC means the cost of when someone clicks this particular ad. Sometimes Google fixes it, sometimes you fix it yourself. But the cheapest of them will be 0.01. Remember, you're bidding against other people. For instance, Zoho is here, Mirror is here, ClickUp is here, and they are all fighting for the same project management tools as a keyword. So Google will have to determine who comes first, who comes second, who comes third. There's something called quality score. Quality score is determined by a few things: the bidding cost, the quality of the landing page, and a few other factors that Google uses to determine who comes first, who comes second, who comes in. And remember, they are all competing for the keyword, same keywords, right? So the highest bidder most times will show first. So until I click this ad, Zoho did not pay any money. And there are some cases that Zoho can set a particular parameter. Maybe they are using target impression share. Target impression share would spend any kind of amount for it to show on top, especially if it's placed at 100%. To spend any amounts and beat all these other guys down for it to show at #1 spots. That would be more expensive. So I won't give you a definite one figure. Duncan, you ask that question. And sometimes Zoho can decide, okay, I want to only charge this. I want you to only charge me when somebody clicks on the ad and pays for the product. For instance, if you are using target cost per acquisition, TCPA, they are telling Google until somebody actually buys this product, don't charge me. So all the clicks that people are clicking on that ad, Google will not charge money until somebody actually pays and checks out. That is when they will charge you. It's always more expensive, but you only pay at results. That's what makes the Google Ads platform very, very interesting. Did that make sense, Duncan? The friend session is happening by 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. West African time. Okay. Google is not social media. Google is a search engine. Bing also is a search engine, and there are several other search engines. Google is just the most popular of them. You are running ads when you search on Google. You are not seeing it. Possibly you are not using the right keywords. You are supposed to be able to see your ads. Sometimes you don't get to see it. Yeah. So it's not designed for you. Remember, when you set the ads, you are targeting a particular audience. Sometimes you even get to set the kind of devices you want. You want people on laptops, you want people on phones, right? So, or you want people in some locations, right? Sometimes some keywords. So if you are not searching with those keywords, most times it won't show. And most times if your ad does not fall within that parameter, it will not show. Location comes into play and several other factors. Okay. How do you run Google Ads? I already described that. I have a passion for advertising upcoming businesses using my social media, but I don't know how to go about it because this will include different businesses and also the same business managed by different people. Judith, please, you may need to take a course on social media ads management, all right? So you can be able to do much more. It may not be a very difficult thing for me to describe now, but I won't have the time to do that. They're running on Facebook. You need to create different pages, ask them to add you as an admin on their page. Then from there, you can actually run the adverts from there, set it up and make it run. Okay. So, and each of you can use one ad account. These are very technical stuff. You can use one ad account to run all the ads, or you can create different ad accounts per clients. Right? But today is not a class for social media ads, but just go take a course or maybe learn something. I run a jewelry brand and beauty, so I can run ads for them. How does Google propose propose my services to potential clients. Google does not take your ads Google does not take your services to clients. Google waits for your clients to come and make the search before it shows it to them. So what you can do is to station yourself on your profile, your Google profile, write everything you need to write, answer all the questions you need to answer ahead of them asking, so that when they ask, you show up, and run ads so that when they are searching, it shows to them at the time they're making the search. That's for Google. Social media, it will come to them as long as they fall within the behavioral interest and the demography of your audience that you've selected when you're setting up the ads. Right? They are different. Social media is different from Google. Like I asked you earlier, you don't go to social media to search most times. You go to Google to search. You want to catch fun, you don't go to Google. You want to catch fun, you go to social media. Social media brings the ads to you based on the interest, behavior, and demography that you've selected, or takes the ad to the people that you've selected. Right? Okay. How can you partner with Google for ads? You don't partner with Google for ads, you run ads on Google. Just like for you, it's a question like asking, how can I partner with DSTV for ads? You don't partner with them, you take business to them. Tell them what you want them to do for you. You pay them money and they do it for you. They are the platform. They show you to the world. You give them the money, they show you to the world. And like I described earlier, what makes it different from Google is broadcasting. Your audience might be there, they might not be there. But Google waits for the people that are your audience to search, and it shows to them at the time they make the search. Okay. How are the rates compared with Facebook and Instagram ads? Normally, if you want to run ads on Facebook, if you want to run ads on Instagram, you can run ads on Instagram and Facebook simultaneously with the same budgets. Instagram, Facebook, and Thread. I think you can link Thread now. You can run the same budgets simultaneously. So it's a win-win. And again, you may not be able to pick that perfect answer, right? Because ads are determined, the cost per results are determined by a lot of factors. So I can't give you a particular figure, but know that you can't spend less than $1 on ad, whatever the equivalent is in your local currency. That's how it works. Okay. I think I've been able to answer a few more. Okay, the guys on YouTube, let me go to YouTube and see what's happening there. Let me see if I can pick a few questions from YouTube. YouTube guys, please throw in your questions. I'm coming to you. YouTube. Please like and subscribe if you are here. Any questions? Quality score. I mean, don't worry your head about that right now. I mean, it's not something you want to learn within this 1 hour. This is not SEO. This is SEM, search engine marketing. SEO is search engine optimization. SEO is free, right? SEO is free. SEM is not free. Okay. Questions? And meanwhile, fill your attendance. YouTube guys, I've not seen any questions here. Yeah, implementation of this knowledge is what matters actually. Chikara. So go ahead and learn these things. I mean, it will end today. Go ahead and learn for yourself. You can always come back and watch it again here on YouTube to help you. All right, so I've not seen any questions here. So let's go back to Zoom. All right. Okay, any other questions before I let you go? So if you were confused, please go back and learn some more. There's YouTube link, so you can go back and watch again. Q&A. Does it permit you to pay in local currency, for instance, France? I can't say, but Naira, no. You can test the one in your country. Naira is a no-no. I feel just set it in dollars. So you just pay in dollars. Find a way to pay in dollars. For Nigerians, there are different ways to pay. And Google, this guy worked with Google before. Pay.ng. Worked with Google as their ad consultant here in Nigeria. Then eventually he left, right? But with this platform, you can pay for ads with Naira, even though it's mostly recommended for agencies, because you are going to have to pay 5% of that. 5% of that every time you 5% of your total pay every time you want to make that payment. So you can run ads. I mean, it's not possible to pay to fund your account in dollars, in Naira, but with this guy, maybe he has some kind of relationship with Google. Maybe there's something he built, because he actually worked with Google when he built this program. Okay. Can WhatsApp be the landing page? No. For Google, no. For Facebook and Instagram, yes. Because WhatsApp is not, it's a different platform. The landing page must be a clickable link, possibly a website that you've just built for that purpose, or your Google profile, like this. Your landing pages, you can use your profile as a landing page. Sometimes you check ads that are actually sponsored. So let's do something like restaurants in Calgary. Let me see. Let me see if somebody's running ads today. Nobody's running ads today. Look at it. Somebody's running ads here. Sponsored, and they're using their landing page. Their Google profile as a landing page. This guy is running ads as well. You can see that. So let's go to restaurant. Nobody's running ads here. But the point there is you can run ads using your restaurant. See. You can see it's running ads. It's running ads, and they're using their Google profile. So if you don't have the funds to build a website, use your landing page. Try and find a way to verify your page and use it to run ads. Use it as a landing page. How much do you need to pay per month for Google Ads? It depends on the ads you're running. I've explained this earlier, Galilei. Right? It depends on the ads, depends on the type of ad you're running. And you don't need to pay, not necessarily per month. You can just have a budget per month. Google will decide how much the ad has performed and how much it has spent. Right? So for instance, if your ad has performed $1,000 and you're running with the manual method, let's say you had up to $1,000, the $1,000 will just finish. But if you're running with the automatic method with your card, the $1,000 will be debited at the first day of the new month or the last day of the previous month. Right? So some months it can be more, some months it can be less. So just have a budget, what you want to work with, and then play around with that. See if you want to scale based on results, or if you want to reduce based on results. Okay. All right. Okay. Why is Google not a social media platform? Very interesting question. Google is a search engine, Judith. So I can call the Google profile I used to call it Google's social media platform. There's a Google profile. Why do I call it Google's social media platform? It's because you can make a post. You can upload a video of maybe 200 MB. No, 100 MB. You can make a post. You can write a lot of things, right, on this place. And it's a win for you because look at it. If you are verified, you can make a post. The same way you make a post on social media. You make a post, you can write up to 1,500 characters. And if you spend time doing a good research and using the right keywords to write, you can draw attention to yourself. Remember, Google gives to people what they ask for from what is available. Okay? You use your keywords answer questions ahead. You definitely show up some more. You can add pictures and videos. Okay, so Google is not a search engine. Google is not a social media. It's a search engine. A very funny but interesting question. CTR, click-through rates, the ratio of clicks to the impressions times 100/1. Okay. WordPress is a website builder used to build websites. Judith. I'm on the group, all of you. I'm on the group in case you want to come. I'm on all your groups actually, but I may not be saying so much there. A website and a domain. Very interesting question. So, how do I even explain this? What's the difference between a website and a domain? Website like google.com, www.google.com. That's the entire URL. That's a website. But google.com is a domain. impacthard.org is a domain. scaleup.com is a domain. .net, .org, .io, whatever name it is, without the www, is a domain name. That is an address, like your real estate address, but online. The website is the whole design. For instance, let's go to that. The whole design can come with several pages, right? You can say about leadership program, blah, 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 with the logo of the brand, pictures, several sections, and all of that. Daniela, I hope that helped. Okay, I think I've answered a few more questions. Is it best to save and have your domain instead of using Google email and space to promote your business? I don't understand this question. Save and have your domain. Yes. Okay, I understand it now. These are using Google Gmail and space to promote your business. Please, if you can maintain, you can maintain the rates. You can sustain the rates. Yes, that's the right word. You can sustain. Sustain there would mean you can keep paying the $6 per month. Why not? But remember, you're buying domain just once a year. Somebody even did a design for us. Can you imagine? Look at our form. Our form is so beautiful now. Right? You can sustain it. It's good. Buy a domain for yourself. Right? Then use that domain to build a website in the future, or use that domain to pay for a workspace account. I should have a website. I don't have a website yet for my business. So what should I do to start running ads and search engine marketing? I've already answered this question. You can use your Google profile to run ads. Yes, you can use Google profile, or you can just set up a casual website, and there are free websites around. You can use AI to build website in 5-10 minutes. Yeah, so you can use that one also to run your ads. How would I gauge my ads to a particular region and age limits? Yes, when you're setting it up, there's something like audience. So you can select your audience. A campaign, same as ads. Not necessarily. I can say I'm running a lead generation campaign. It's an ad in a way, right? It's actually an ad. Let me think it through again. Ads, you create campaigns under ads, all right? You create campaigns as an advertisement, ads in this form. But when you're creating campaign, there's a part that is actually called the ads. It's a little funny to explain that. This part is called the ad because you're going to create the campaign, you're going to create the ad groups, and you're going to create the ad itself. That is the one that people will see, right? So if you are confused, maybe you should read about it. But I understand it from where I'm explaining from. Because I'm not able to explain it. If I'm not able to explain it to your understanding, don't completely blame me. Ads, the one we're talking about, Google Ads, that means Google AdWords. When you're setting it up, there's something called campaigns, like what we did earlier. Look at it, campaigns, right? So when you're also setting up the campaigns, you set up campaigns, you set up ad groups under campaigns. Then under ad groups, you now add ads. Those are the ones that people will see. people will see them means these ones, the headlines, the descriptions. So the ones that people will see. Do you understand? A lot of English today. Nobody mentioned Google Plus. Okay, I don't know what Google Plus is, but I think it's outdated. There was something like that before now. I think it's an old program. Okay, thank you so much. So tell me now, on what level are you now? From the number you are, tell me, are you on +3, +5, +2, -1? If you are confused, please go back and read. Go back and study. +8. Oh, that's really nice now. Are you +2, +5, or +7? Wow, that's nice. Over 10. +3, okay. 5 + 2, okay. Plus, of course, I knew something would make a difference in you. So thank you so much. I'm glad you learned something. So if you don't really understand, please go back and watch the link. The YouTube will still be left there. So go back and watch. And then what else you want to do now is if you need those videos, you can talk to me privately. Another thing you want to do now is if you're on YouTube, please fill your attendance. Your people on Zoom, your attendance will be captured privately. What have I missed? I think I've said everything. Thank you, Africa. Good to see you. I may not see your face again. So thank you so much. It's been a great time with you. I hope you were able to pick something from the workspace, just to add up to what Stephanie shared with you yesterday. And you're able to pick a lot from the arts. Session is a bit technical today. I'm always the one handling technical things. So bear with me. All right. And so please go back and put it to practice. If you learn it over time, it will stick. Right? If you learn over time, it will stick. The YouTube channel is Impacted Trainings. The link is always shared on the group. All right. Okay. So yeah. So drop me your emojis. Let me see how happy you are before you jump off. Thank you so much, everyone. It's so good to see you. And I don't know when I'll see you again. But if you invite me to your country, I'll come. Maybe if you keep a wife for me, I'll come. I'll come to Eswatini. I'll come to Kilimanjaro. And which other place now? Yes, if you keep a wife, just a wife, I'll come. Nairobi, I'm coming there. Just tell me the wife is ready. I'm on my way the following day. People are giving me bread. I don't want a lot of bread. I don't want to grow fat. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I love you guys. And I want to see you at the very top. Okay. So have a good day. And remember to go back to put things to practice. The moderators, thank you. Stephanie, Grace, and who else was here? Stephanie, Grace.
You are welcome, boss.
Yeah, Stephanie, Grace, Market, and everybody that were here to back me up. I'm grateful, appreciate you, and have a good day, and bye.